Well, sugarcane haulers are back on Louisiana's highways as the 2011 sugarcane harvest gets underway. Cane trucks this year, however, may not be taking as much to the mill as they did in years past. That's all the result of a hot, dry summer. This week in Louisiana Agriculture's A.J. Sabine has our story of one sugarcane farmer in Pointe Coupee Parish who's had to make more with less.
Under a watchful moon, high heat and blistering flames burn in the start of this year's sugar harvest on Kenny Sells Farm in Pointe Coupee Parish. As Kenny works to fire up his cane field, it was hot weather during the growing season that has cost him tonnage at the mill.
The cane didn't have a chance to grow off early. Some of the later cane to be cut, it will probably be better because of late season growth due to late season rains. But this early crop, which was ripened 35, 40 days ago, essentially was stopped from growing once it was ripened.
Ironically, Kenny's farm was surrounded by water when the Morganza spillway control structure was opened earlier this year. Fortunately, levees protected his farm, but nothing could protect his cane from the heat of the summer sun.
We had actually drought conditions this year. While the flooding was going on around us, we had such dry weather that was hurting our crop more than anything. People were pumping water onto crops inside this protection area, which was surrounded by record levels of water.
Despite the dry weather, Self says the sugar content of this cane is actually pretty good. In fact, he says it's about 20% above mill average.
However, Self's return on his sugarcane investment will likely be anything but average. Market demand for sugar has held up.
2011 is going to be much like 2010. We're going to see higher than normal prices again for this crop season. What those prices are going to be, we don't know. That's to be determined as the season goes on, as the sugar gets sold. But we are looking at high prices relative to where we've been for years.
2011 will likely keep farmers like Kenny Self motivated to come back next year. In Pointe Coupee Parish, I'm A.J. Sabine for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
Louisiana sugar farmers planted nearly 408,000 acres of cane this year. Louisiana leads the nation in planted acres, followed by Florida, Texas, and Hawaii.